And welcome everybody to our meteorology segment. I'm your host Dan, aka Smash Mash, and let's get to it. We're looking at the jet streams here of the eastern world. There are the jets of the eastern world. A huge bend happening here over Australia. This is a large, high-level, low-pressure system here. You can see there's a clockwise rotation, the way low pressures rotate in the southern hemisphere. A bit of a chaotic jet stream there, south of Australia there, between Tasmania and New Zealand. More coherent jet stream with huge bends here, driving some warm air into the Aleutian Islands. Next, surface winds of the eastern world. We're going to blast through a bunch more data here real quick. It's speed talking time. So there are the surface winds. Let's look at the surface winds of the west. There is the western world. Some decently strong winds there in the North Atlantic. How about the jet streams of the west? There you go. Some cold air being driven here into Pennsylvania. It wasn't even 20 degrees when I went outside earlier this morning. It was like 19 degrees. That's degrees Fahrenheit, by the way. Anyway, huge bends in the jet stream there in the northern hemisphere. Check this out. Huge bends in the south as well. All right, let's continue on. So here's your pressure and precipitation forecast for the next 72 hours. And there's an ice storm setting up here in the forecast. Check it out. We're expecting a major ice storm here in places like southern Iowa, northern Missouri, and Illinois. And that's going to be moving to the southwest, it looks like. It may start to turn to the east. I mean, not the southwest, the southeast. It may make a little bit of a turn to the east here based on the way these pressure maps are looking. Once again, this is the GFS 72-hour pressure and precipitation forecast. Some ice expected in the Midwest. We'll have to see how that plays out. 72-hour forecasts are pretty accurate. So here is the temperature anomaly forecast showing you Celsius degrees, and we're expecting a huge warm-up here for the entire eastern portion of the country, which is a welcome thing because it's been a little bit cold, although we are coming out of the coldest time of winter. The last 2 weeks and the last 2 weeks of January, the first 2 weeks of February are the coldest times of year here in Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, which is where we're located right about there on the map. That was GFS temperature anomaly over the next 72 hours. Next, we're looking at snow depth. We're going to change this. We're going to move this forward here. This is the European forecast for snow depth. Here's where we expect things to be in about 72 hours on Thursday. So again, there's where we are now. So on Thursday, Oklahoma, expecting some significant snow there by Thursday morning. Next, your weather.gov map. If your county's lit up, just click your county. Again, we're located at weather.gov here on this web page. Some hard freeze warnings happening in Florida once again, as cold air is driven down into the deep south U.S. from Canada. Here's your NASA GOES lightning mapper. Quite a bit of lightning there in northern South America. And here's a real-time lightning map from lightningmaps.org. I consult it regularly when I hear thunder. Quite a bit of lightning here. Okay, maybe not. There we see some in the Pacific Ocean. Let's continue on. It doesn't look like it's setting up. This video was originally streamed live to Twitch. That's why we show real-time lightning maps. Twitch.tv/SmashAmash is the location where we are. Maybe install the mobile app. You'll be able to see these videos live before they're even uploaded to YouTube. Thanks to our BitChute subscribers. If you want to see our space weather content, which is the majority of our content, make sure you join us on YouTube. Thanks to our YouTube subscribers for putting up with the pathetic censorship on the platform and all of the nonsense and fraud that is paid to the tune of millions of dollars on YouTube. We replaced Patreon, to that note. We replaced Patreon with a superior subscription services site. If you haven't checked it out, smashamash.com/smashteam. There's even a free level there. And some posts are even visible to non-logged-in users. There's a bronze, a silver, a gold, and a gold annual paid-up subscription level. Let's get back to meteorology and look at the Pacific Ocean and the water vapor scenario above it. So water vapor maps really tell us what's going on in the atmosphere very well because they show us all of the water, including water not condensed onto clouds. Water vapor, it can't hide from this satellite. And there's what's going on over Earth's largest surface heat sink, Earth's largest body of water, the Pacific Ocean. We've got some dry air about to move into British Columbia. Next, your U.S. Doppler Radar will briefly zoom out here to show all 50 states. Shout out to our Hawaiian and Alaskan viewers. So there's the U.S. Doppler Radar map. We'll also show you the shortwave radiation to show clouds and fog at nighttime. There is clouds and fog, that's 3.9 nanometer radiation. And here is water vapor for the lower 48. We'll bring it back for a recap to close things out. There is the U.S. Doppler. That's radar.weather.gov if you're wondering. This is the NASA GOES Interactive Weather Satellite Suite. Shortwave radiation showing clouds and fog. And there's water vapor showing all the water vapor, including that not condensed onto clouds. Huge band of dry air here, stretching all the way from the Central Pacific Ocean all the way to Newfoundland, actually. So clear skies over this entire high pressure zone. That is a huge high pressure zone. Thanks for tuning in to our meteorology segment. Congratulations on realizing the channel exists. I'll have been your host, Dan, a.k.a. Smash-O-Mash. Signing off from the Smash News Network, least busted name in